Freedom comes from letting go of what you think should have happened and living in the life that is happening. And this comes from chapter 4, which is all about letting go of the past. And basically, well, the title is "The Best Way is Not Always Yesterday's Way." And when we're stuck in the past, something happens. It's like an energetic cord that is keeping us almost like a boomerang back and forth between where we want to be in the light, where our joy and happiness and positivity and love lives, and then in the darkness, which is where maybe our resentment, our hurt, our pains, our guilt live. And it's just like a boomerang back and forth, and we have no idea what's keeping us stuck, and so often it's the past. And for me, I've experienced in my own life and with my clients that there are 3 things that keep us in the darkness, that keep us in the past. Number 1, it might be limiting beliefs. So past limiting beliefs. And usually these are limiting beliefs that had developed into when we were children. So in our early childhood, most limiting beliefs start at a very early age because we don't understand the power of our thoughts. We have no idea when we're young that something that we think repeatedly, a limiting belief over and over and over again, that over time, years and years, most of us into our adulthood, it grows into this 200-foot oak tree rooted, so deeply rooted into our subconscious mind that we're not even aware that it's a limiting belief. We're not even aware that we're still thinking it 10, 15, 20, 30 years later. So that's one thing from the past that we really have to work on recognizing and releasing, is our past limiting beliefs. The second thing that holds us in the past and keeps us from the present are past pains. So where someone else hurt us. It may have been a parent, a teacher, a sibling, a friend, a non-friend, just someone in your life who hurt you. Now, these things, when someone else hurts us, it takes hold of us in such a powerful way, because when someone else hurts us, it takes away our most powerful source, which is our control. The only thing that we have control over in life is ourselves, our attitude, our emotions, our feelings, just our own inner being. But when someone takes that away from us, it holds us so tightly to the past because it took away our power source. So what we have to do, if that is something that's holding you in the past and keeping you from the present, is you have to learn to let that go in whatever way that may be. For some, it's writing it out, working it out, talking it out, running it out, sweating it out, yelling it out, whatever it might be. It's really important to understand that our past does not have to define our present, and definitely not our future. The third thing that keeps us in the past and keeps us away from the present and keeps us away from our joy is regret over things that we've done in the past. Regret, guilt, what ifs, should have, would have, could have, all of those things that we did in our past life that really prevented us from moving forward, or the things that prevented us from being our best version of ourselves. One of the things that I did is I let go of my past self by saying goodbye to who I was, and really recognizing that I was just a young, struggling girl who didn't know any better. But once I knew better, I decided to do better. And that's one of the things that really freed me, because it freed me from the guilt. It freed me from the what ifs. It freed me from the should have, would have, could have. That's like such a terrible combo, the should have, would have, could have. It is that energetic cord that holds you to the past so strong, because we want to hop into our time machine and go back and make everything different. But you can't make the past different, but you can make this moment different. And something that I tell all of my clients and remind myself as well all the time is that we have no control over going back and making things different then, but we can control what's happening now and make things different now. So some of us have all 3 of those things that hold us in the past. But it doesn't matter how many things, how many reasons, how many people are energetically holding you to your past self. All that matters is, number one, recognizing what it is. So really get clear, and this is one of the things from the book, is to really become clear and reflect on what is the story loop replaying over and over and over again every day, every month, every year. What is the story that you keep telling yourself that is holding you energetically to the past? So first of all is to get very clear, because you can't release what you don't know is there. So really sit and pay attention and just see where you're living in the past and not the present. And then the second thing is rewrite the story. So come back to this present moment and rewrite that story. You know, I hear very often, people complain about all of the bad things that have happened in their life. And I used to be one of those people too. I was such a woe is me person. You know, this happened, so I can't move forward. And this happened, so I'll never have the job I wanted, the job that I want. And this happened, so I'll just never have enough, or whatever it might be. Or this happened, so I'll never be enough. And the thing I really realized about that, and again, I write about it in detail in the book, is that our life is one big, long story. There's many chapters, and our life's not over just because we had one bad chapter, two bad chapters. Some of us have 10 bad chapters. All that we have to do once we recognize that we're ready to move forward, we want to move forward to the present moment, is turn the page. Turn the page and write a new story. So once you realize where you're stuck on that endless loop, go back and say, okay, well, what can I do today? What can I do tomorrow? What can I do next week? And then what can I do next month? And then next year, to write a new story, to write a new chapter. So take some time and write about what you want that new story to be. What are you, the heroine of the story, right? What is that? Take your power back. And if someone took your power away in the past, you have the opportunity right now to take it back and rewrite your story. Your story has not ended just because you had a few bad chapters.